So we help sellers that are successfully already selling primarily in the US marketplace expand globally into Amazon's international marketplaces, including Amazon UK, Europe, Canada, Australia, Singapore. Pretty much anywhere that Amazon has the FBA option is where we can help you expand your business globally. So what we're trying to accomplish and what our big vision or goal is that we should be a fully automated system where you could seamlessly, with just a few clicks of a button, start the process of getting expanded globally and ultimately making it as simple and as easy as possible. So for you, it just feels like, like our name, Frisbi. What's a Frisbi? A product goes very easily from one place to the other. That's the experience we want to give you guys, that when you come through our doors, we're able to give you that experience of, I'm in point A, now I'm going to be at point B very, very simply and easily. But traditionally, when it comes to logistics-related services, the service piece is not something that's a big focal point, unfortunately, and we want to change that. It's very important that sellers feel that sense of comfort when they come through the door of when they go globally. I know when I travel, let's say internationally, for example, like I went to Mexico, right? I'm on the plane, they asked me to fill out this document of, for customs. Do you have anything to declare? Any shady things that you're taking with you? What's the value, right? I know that I freak out every time they ask me these things. I'm like, I don't know, let me think about that. Sellers feel the same thing when they're expanding globally. Am I doing something that is not kosher, so to speak? So it's very important that sellers feel that sense of comfort when they come through the door and we give them that service, that hand-holding service. And then of course, the software piece is just as important. You don't always have to rely on a human to do everything for you. You want to be able to be self-sufficient and do something on your own. And obviously, when it comes to the global marketplace, you want to be able to access things 24/7 versus waiting for that person to be available for you. So that's the reason why software is equally as important. What motivates me is to see, sellers come over to me and give me these success stories of, their brand was in one place and then they were able to increase their revenue so easily by expanding it to another marketplace with the same exact brand, not having to create an entirely new portfolio and invest in that regard. It's all about literally just turning on a new marketplace, and we see sellers that are just increasing their revenue by 25% or 50% because they're starting to add on new countries. So that gives me energy. It's amazing to see people's livelihoods get impacted so greatly by what we do. A global brand means somebody that has a presence wherever you are. So if I am just looking something up, I see that same brand showing up in the US market and the Canada market and the UAE market. For me, that's like, wow, they are legitimate, right? There's a certain legitimacy that comes along with being represented globally. So I would say that's what it means to me. How to differentiate yourself. Obviously the economy is something that people are very worried about. And when they're making purchases, they're being a lot more mindful about what am I purchasing? Does it give me value? Does it serve a purpose? Who am I? Who is the competitor? What's this other product that I see? Why should I buy yours over the other's product? So being able to differentiate yourself over your competitors is something that is more important than ever, because consumers are not just purchasing the way they used to. So that's something that I see sellers are going to really struggle with. Being able to differentiate yourself in marketing wise, but also from a product level, is your product actually something that is something I want to buy? So that's going to be something that people are going to have to really, really step up their game with. Our core values, number one is knowledge, people, keeping it simple and growth oriented. So that basically is, we want people obviously they have the knowledge. You know, when you're coming through the door, you want to know that you're speaking to somebody that knows what you need, has the knowledge for the global marketplace, isn't just feeding you information that isn't helpful. The growth-oriented part is, obviously, we want to help you grow, and we need people that are with that same mindset. Very, very important. The people part, just kind people, good people, goes both ways, you know. Having somebody that you could talk to that cares for your success as much as theirs is super, super important. Just that friendly face, that smile, and of course, keeping it simple. Simple answers, short answers, not long-winded answers that will just make it complicated for you, the process. You know, however you want to differentiate or define it, that's what our core values are, and that's what Frisbi stands for. You gotta ask my people, what is it like working for Frisbi? Everybody's all about teamwork. How can I help somebody else out? You know, the same way we're helping our clients, how can I help my colleagues? From the very top, you know, from the CEO down to everybody else in the organization. It's all about how can I be there for somebody else? How you doing? Smile on the face. Just kindness really, really matters. Yeah, it's a beautiful environment. Oh my God. Customer focused, customer centric, employee centric. We care, and that we actually made a difference in people's lives. That's what ultimately is the goal. The same way you see Coca-Cola ads on the highway, they don't need to advertise, okay? You go to any store, there's Coca-Cola. If you're not in people's faces all the time, or if you're not at certain places, it becomes a question of, do they still exist? Is something wrong? Are they out of business? Why aren't they here? Is why you need to be at Prosper. Gives you legitimacy, and it's where you get to meet sellers. It's where you get to speak to happy customers or hear feedback on how to improve on your services, which is the part I love. It's just like that all-encompassing factor of meeting existing clients, meeting new clients, meeting partners, and just walking away with, you know, just that good feeling. I love being here. The hardest thing, I'm not happy for whatever reason, but we do whatever we can to fix it. Feedback that they got the best service and they're happy with our employees and with our processes, and they just want to know, how could I refer my families, you know, and friends? That's the best compliment. We are not a 3PL. We are not just a shipping provider. We're not a carrier reseller. And what else? Yeah, I think there's like that misconception that we're just a shipping provider. They ship containers.
Good answer.
Do not use Google Translate for your listings. Rather use ChatGPT. It's a great tip. Know your numbers. Good one. Know your numbers, exactly. I wish I could say it's positive, but I do believe that it's maturing, which is positive. But the ones that we're trying to just wing it are unfortunately not going to be able to sustain any longer. It's the ones that take the time to make the effort, start with the right images, start with the right video, just go with the flow, so to speak. Register properly for your taxes, set yourself up with the right entities overseas, with the right trademarks. Those are the ones that are going to stay in the game. And the ones that were like, let me just do this quickly, unfortunately are going to have to fall out of it. because things are more expensive, and as the marketplace matures, sellers are just able to come in and really, really differentiate themselves in a way that if you're not doing it the right way, you're just going to fall out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.